Advice that I would have for someone who's getting ready to begin, telephone sales, either new job or they're incorporating that into the way that they're doing business development. Number one, research. Understand your prospect. Make sure that you know what the company does, the contact person you're trying to reach, who they are and why. Always understand before you go into the call what your goal is. And you can't do that without research. This company is very similar to someone else that I just sold to. They're in the same industry. I understand those talking points. That helps. The decision maker, I've decided, is the head of finance. So I'm going to research who that is on LinkedIn or whatever other resource, get that name, now I know who to ask for. And be prepared with your messaging, thanks to the work that you did in a preparation standpoint to know your plan and who you're trying to get to. So research is key. The other thing is make sure that you have practiced what you want to say. Now, I was never a script guy, but I would have things that I wanted to make sure I conveyed each time I made my cold call, because I had figured out what the rhythm and the messaging and the method was that worked. When I worked for Frankel Staffing Partners, a local husband and wife owned small business here in town, and actually woman owned by majority percentage, my messaging when I would call a female human resources leader was really to lead with that point. Hi, I'm Will Barfield. I work for Frankel Staffing Partners. We're a local woman-owned small business that helps other human resources leaders in town with staff augmentation and things like that. But I knew when I led with local and I led with woman-owned that those things would resonate, because it always led to questions. Oh, tell me more about that. I didn't know that you guys were woman-owned. And I would get into the factors about us being classified with the state of North Carolina as a historically underutilized business. And it led to conversation that completely opened up the dialogue and put them at ease. So make sure that you understand the things that you want to convey in your messaging, and don't sound robotic, but I just had bullets, 2, 3, 4 bullets. And those are the things I want to make sure I conveyed every time. But I didn't always say them in the same order, because you have to read the conversation and the person who you're interacting with, and then deliver the information in a way that fits the conversation. If I made a phone call and someone was, very cold, I could tell that they were not engaging with me, I wouldn't get into a very long diatribe. They didn't want to hear that. I'd try to be much more to the point, succinct. But don't fail to get those 2, 3, or 4 points across, even if it's a no. At least you conveyed your message, and when you go back around to that prospect later, you've gotten your key points. So research on company, on decision maker, and preparatory messaging, bullet points, things I want to make sure I convey. And if you got those 2 things, you're in a great place. And then if you're unfamiliar, we talk practice. Call your friend and be like, how does this go? And it's going to be rough the first couple times, but practice with someone else first. Get to a point of comfort, because you don't want to have great leads and opportunities in front of you and potentially put the long-term option of reaching back out to them at risk, because the cold call is really awkward and uncomfortable.